This is the Cartoon and Animation Festival in Shenzhen, and this is where the Intel Extreme Masters is taking place. There's a lot of people in the Cartoon and Animation Festival. There's people buying stuff, there's people taking pictures. I don't even know what's going on over there, but there's a bunch of people dancing and videos being taken and pictures being taken. It's awesome out here.
Sean Apollo Clark is a busy man. I'm running around the convention. I actually haven't seen half of the things we saw in that video right there. I've only seen, like, I thought I saw a lot of cosplay this weekend, but we saw like 10 times more than I saw in the past 2 days just in that 1 minute video.
Well, it was a nice little video, but I have to say, like, with all the dirty esports money that Sean Apollo Clark rakes in, maybe he could afford some shorts without holes in them.
That's true. You know, it's about time to get a wardrobe switch. We should work on that. We'll talk to Roddy, make sure he takes Sean shopping, get him some nicer clothes.
Yeah.
It can look better.
Roddy would never wear shorts with holes in them.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous, especially when you're on the job. I mean, Sean, come on, step it up. Yeah,
None of us are wearing shorts.
No, we need to be a little bit more professional and tidied up when we do our broadcast, and when we're, we have all these Chinese fans looking towards, looking for a great broadcast for Intel Extreme Masters. We do have actually a pretty nice sized crowd. Everyone just walking around buying their souvenirs, and they come by to watch some of the games. Especially today, of course, we've had a lot of those local players, but it's not looking too good anymore for them. Of course, Jim and Stein not making it out of Group C. Now we do Shy just now got taken down by Party, so he's waiting in the decider match of Group D. But before that, we have to play the elimination match. Bistork, the Hong Kong player, now sitting there. Can he try to get another chance and make it to the quarterfinals?
Yeah, Bistork's something of the wild card in this tournament. He's the one we haven't really heard too much about. Going up against Kelazhur, I think it's going to be a much easier match than he was playing against Parting.
Yeah, it's a good point you bring up, because Kelazhur, to some people, is still a wild card too, right? Obviously, a little bit more better known than Bistork to a lot of our fans in the West, but Kelazhur's still not as well known. He doesn't have as many years behind him as some of the Korean players we have this weekend. So, I mean, these guys, it's really just fighting out in the West. Anything goes, really. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some crazier abilities just to try to survive one more match.
Yeah, definitely could be. I don't really have any info on this guy coming up, so I have to like heavily side with Kelazhur being able to take this, but I don't know.
I mean, yeah, anything goes. Of course, we haven't had a chance to see Bistork on the main stage yet either, so we're not sure how his games went down. And we know the results, but
to be fair, everyone is no one until there's someone from doing something. And since he's done nothing so far, if he does something, he'll not be no one, but he'll be someone. Which means we'll have things to say about him.
I'm really impressed. Because here's what I'm thinking right now. What went through my head right now is I have no idea what I'm following. I don't know if I understand, but at the end of it, it made logical sense. And I have to agree. I think you could sell me anything, Dan. And you could sell me like a broken TV and tell me it's the new generation, and I would buy it. I would take it home.
All right. Well, maybe I should become a TV salesman, like a used salesman of things. But the one thing I know you should be is a concierge, the way you got us those taxis yesterday. Like Chobra, you look at him, right? You're like, oh, Chobra, he's so nice. His translations are so good. He's such a good moderating host until he needs a taxi. Oh, my God, guys.
It's a survival skill I learned in Seoul.
Yeah.
You should know, man.
I know about it, but I never thought you would.
It is a survival of the fittest out there.
Completely new opinion of you, Chobra, after yesterday in that taxi.
Yeah, everyone just needs to, if they really want to get to know me, you got to take a taxi with me, and then,
A taxi that doesn't want you in their taxi.
There you go. Well, now everyone knows, hey, if you ever want to visit China or Korea, just make sure you invite me, and you can get anywhere. Right?
That is an absolute fact.
There we go. I hope to see a lot of invitations to world trips in my Twitter, @WillChober. Just let me know what the dates are, what seat I am on your plane. Make sure the ticket's ready. I'll be there. I'll get all the cabs you want.
Yeah, and if you want me to come, I'll go too.
Sounds like a plan.
I'd love to watch that again.
All right. So while we wait for those trips to be settled, while everyone's booking the dates and whatnot, of course, Kelazhur waiting for a little bit something perhaps more important for him than those trips are for us, Dan. Kelazhur looking to see if he can survive, if he can go forward and continue representing South America in the Intel Extreme Masters. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I mean, can he actually get through into the round of 8? I don't know, but first he has his work cut out for him with a player that he probably knows nothing about, Pig.
That's always a dangerous proposition. Going into a match against a player when you don't have that history, it's all about your essentials. It's all about your basics, all right? You got to go in there solid. You got to scout a lot. And really, the first game is usually quite important because you're both trying to establish this idea of who is this other player. And I think Diego is going to be going into that. He's going to be thinking, who is Bistork? How does he want to play? And he's going to really try and dot his I's, cross his T's, and figure that out.
Yeah, and then we have Bistork here. He's got a lot of lenses going on in there, but hey, whatever makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. Your eyes do need to be well rested, so that's pretty important.
He will be able to see that screen no matter what, Chobra.
It's true.
He has got a whole level up on you, even.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, earlier I almost had more eyes going on with a little bit of a transformation, but I think he's got it down. You know what? I have to say, though, looking at that setup, with the AC and whatnot, his eyes actually probably feel really comfortable. They're not getting dried out and whatnot. You know, he's got the orange tint, so the screen's not going to matter too much.
But here's the true question, though, and Pig, as someone who's been in the booth before, please let me know what you think about this, but for his ears, he's got earbuds in there, 2 pairs of glasses on him, and the big ones over to block the sound. Is this too much for a pro gamer's ears?
Oh, it all comes down to the tightness of the straps, you know. And he's got to really work his strap game, because if they're a little bit too tight, you could have the double tightness of the headphones pulling down on the glasses. He could get a sore brain. Things could get kind of uncomfortable.
Sore brain. That's not something you want ever. Not just in the booth, but not even in the audience.
Lost his last turn.
Yeah, you don't want that sore brain. So
it's the insurance. Yeah.
I'm glad that's all getting settled right here for you, Pig. But for now, Kelazhur versus Bistork, fighting for his survival, seeing who gets another shot against Shy in the decider match in Group D. And to bring us game, it's gonna be Rotterdam and Apollo.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Before we jump into this one, my shorts are perfectly fine. And for you on stream right now, maybe you got this on full screen. Go to my Twitter and check out their shorts because they are nothing like mine. And guys, you just got served by the best.
Let's go in game. Alrighty, we are here for the second last best of 3 of this amazing day of Intel Extreme Masters StarCraft 2 action. We're loaded into Coda on the left top side. We've got our Brazilian Terran player representing Root Gaming. It is Kelazhur.
You said his name right.
I know, Artosis is... He's very fond of Kelazhur, but...
Kelazhur doesn't exist, Artosis.
He just keeps calling him Kelazhur. I've told him already, it's Kelazhur. He's like, no, what is the H for then? I was like, okay.
He can't pronounce names properly because this guy down here is the blue Protoss player. It is Bistork.
He's wearing Gunner glasses, correct?
Yes, he is.
They look kind of cool. He has a very cool shirt on as well. It's a Miraculous Hawks, and it has a bald eagle on it.
It does. That's a shirt that you should wear.
I know, man.
Maybe you should ask him for it if he loses. I guess you won't be needing this anymore. I'll buy it off you.
I'll wear it if I'll buy it off him if it makes to the semifinals. I'll be like, Bistork, I'm gonna give you a serious donation.
It sounds so good when you say it. So. Bistork over here. I can't keep going like it. I gotta go back to Bistork.
Okay.
He's gone for a pylon on the other side of the map immediately here, Rossi. Like straight away with a double gas opening, and this means one thing.
Yes, Dark Shrine. Kidding.
Whoa.
The look on Apollo's face was so funny. He's gonna go for a Stargate.
I thought I was gonna have to replace you with Todd at the next Intellectual Masters. That kind of call.
The other day I was watching Rotterdam cast and he was predicting a Twilight, which was really silly in my opinion. I think he has been playing other games in StarCraft.
He's so stupid.
He's so stupid.
Rotterdam. I don't know why I waste my time with you.
I'm still way better than him even when I only play Heroes of the Storm.
And then the one time that I asked Todd to play you in a best of 3 or whatever, he's like, oh, no, not now.
Yeah, I know. And then, like, whenever he asked me, and if I would ever say, no, he's like, you never want to play me. I was like, I agreed, like, well, when you ask him, I agreed. But I know he's very keen on playing me. He's been practicing a lot in the ESL efforts, I've heard.
He has, that's all he does.
Yeah, man, he's in good shape. He's taking this match very serious. As soon as I'm back, I'll give Le Todd his chance to
And I hope you win. Kelazhur, though, on the other side of the map, has taken a single Reaper kill, and he's also been inside that main base and seen a missing pylon. So he's decided to throw down this engineering bait immediately. No, it's not for a +1 attack. He doesn't have the gas for it. He knows that there is a Stargate, or more than likely a Stargate, out on the middle of the map. And now he has to to defend this. He has a bunker being built already on the ramp as well.
Yeah, it kind of feels like, oh my god, this is actually very annoying. This one Stalker truly complicates things, Sean, because now Kelazhur is going, no, well, what? Why is he doing that? Oh my god, I have no idea why he's doing this. I guess he really wants to lure these Marines out of the bunker so that Oracle can go to town on these Marines that are right now exposed, but I didn't like that move at all. I would have loved that Stalker just on the low ground so he can keep chipping away at SCVs. Now you can say maybe he can use the Oracle, but that also means that the Oracle won't be making his appearance into the main base, where it would have done potentially a lot more damage. What's happening on the other side of the map? The Reaper is killing everything? Oh my god, he has no mothership for.
Yeah, this is not looking too good here. 3 probes gone down, he's going to lose even more, and Bistork
I am
not having the best of time here.
You have no idea how many games I have that play exactly out like this. And
I'm guessing quite a lot the way you're talking about it.
And this is that moment where I'm just complaining about the Reapers. Now finally there is a Stalker over here, but he has lost so much. This Stalker, or excuse me, this Reaper, how many kills did it have? Like 5, 6?
I don't know, Roddy, you got to check for me. 7! 7 kills on this guy, and he's still floating around. Sees 2 additional gateways before a Nexus has been planted. He knows that all he's got to do is defend, and Kelazhur's going to pick up his first map here.
If I'm Kelazhur right now, I float over the orbital command to my main base. There's absolutely no reason to try to defend it over there.
Yeah, he's got a single bunker. He might even build another one. Here it comes. SCV's been pulled off the SCV line to build that secondary line of defense to make sure that he does take this first map. Away from Bistork.
Get either combat shield
or
void
ray.
stim. I feel both are fine. I think both combat shield and stim are very, very good against Stalin. Some Terran players prefer combat shield because they feel like if you stim, you know, all of your Marines are just going to die extremely quickly.
And we'll see what he chooses in a moment. Oracle's just having a look around, sees additional bunkers being made. Stalker on the natural is going to get an SCV kill and perhaps the second one as well, as he still has not withdrawn this command center.
If Bistork is not extremely stubborn right now, I hate you, Sean. You always mess with my brain. I think if he's not very stubborn, I think he should just try to go for a contain over here. You know, 3-gate contain, get 2 sentries, and it's not good. I'm not going to try to tell the world that it would be very good if he could contain Kelazhur right now, but I kind of feel it's the best thing he could do, because trying to bust through this, I mean, this is Fort Knox. This is Fort Knox. You don't break into Fort Knox, even when you have a bald eagle on your shirt.
You know what that defense is like?
Tell me.
Is if I had a younger sister, that's what her defense would look like when she's around you, Rotterdam.
I don't even know why you would say such terrible things, Sean.
It's so difficult to pick on Roddy because he's like, I'm an innocent little boy.
Always portray me like this monster that I'm not.
Rotterdam's like Michael Jackson when the moonlight comes out. He is an animal.
Behave, Sean. Behave.
Guys, you've seen the pictures on Twitter. You know what he's like.
I've seen a little cheeky video that we just showed on the stream. I believe you made this camera pic. Yeah, a couple of cheeky zooms.
Cheeky zooms, and that's not me. That's our video director. Alex Hotshedden is his name, if you want to know exactly. But look at this. This is not happening.
No, I know. He should just go for the container and expand. But he should have done this 2.5 minutes ago. Then he had a much better chance in this game than he currently has.
Well, he's sitting out there with a couple of sentries. Starport is now under construction, or will be in a second. And we will see some medevacs come into play soon. Combat shields was the first upgrade.
When your Nexus is going down at 9 minutes and 55 seconds, I think it's safe to say that you're not very happy with the way that the first 10 minutes in this game have played out. Kelazhur did pretty much everything right. I truly felt that Bistork's opening could have gone okay-ish if he would have just kept his Stalker on the low ground and just keep denying that SCV from finishing up that command center. And if he wants to send his Marine down, then you just use the Oracle, and the Oracle shoots down the Marines, and then you have a pretty okay scenario, because most likely Kelazhur will be forced to cancel his command center, and I guess that's sort of what you could hope for, but he wanted to go all out. He wanted to go for a cheeky Void Rail in victory, but this ain't Wings of Liberty anymore, man. It's hard to make Void Rail lanes work unless you're partying.
And he's not partying. Let's just cut to the chase here. Bistork now throwing down that Nexus. Robotics facility behind it. Forge coming in too, so he's making all the correct moves after this, but it is, as you said, very, very slow. And in a minute, Kelazhur's going to have these medevacs out. Stim is on its way, and he is going to break this down. He has a quick scan onto his opponent's natural to see if that Nexus has been planted. He knows it's down.
And he also knows he's being contained, so he has to be a tiny bit careful over here. Like, don't pick up 60 Marines and 2 medevacs and then lose those medevacs against the Void Rays or whatever, because then, you know, suddenly the game is on his head, and then Bistork does have a chance. But the way that he's doing it right now, you know, there was no cover over there, so this is actually quite safe. He can just
Probe not even on the Zelnoga tower either. It looks like it's going to be lucky enough to see it.
Yeah, he's...
but very little reaction time here. It can warp in 1 round of units off whatever gateway count he's at now, maybe 3 or hopefully 3.
I mean, there's no DPS at the main base of Bistork. He has nothing over here that's going to be able to deal with 16 Stim Marines. Stim is not completely done yet, but, you know...
And here come 2 sentries and 2 zealots, just gunned down immediately. A couple of drilling bullets to those zealots, and they are no longer in this game. And as you can see, I don't even know where the mothership core is. Where is it? Is it even built?
I don't think he ever made a mothership core.
Okay, so there's no...
This guy's Roddy the second over here, mate. He just refuses to build mothership cores.
It's unfortunate here for Bistork, the player from Hong Kong who has made it into the main tournament here, coming through the open bracket. Of course, not too much competition in that open bracket, but he's here nonetheless. And now he's really in the deep end. Hasn't won a game yet today, hasn't won a map, and now he's going up against Kelazhur, who's looking to finish this off as he has his full 45 Marine army.
Marines, that's actually gross, mate. He has 45 Marines in Marauder. If
against 4 Stalkers, 2 Void Rays, and 4 Sentries. With a tickle of an Oracle.
I'd leave with a tickle of you. How are you cooking a recipe right now? Is this a Protoss recipe?
A pinch of a Force Field, a teaspoon of a Void Ray, and a big loss to you, my friend, as this is going to be game as Kelazhur moves in. Is going to stim, and win. Game number 1 goes to Kelazhur.
Yeah, very convincing victory over here for our Brazilian Terran, who had definitely high hopes to make it out of this group. Early this morning, I walked into Kelazhur and U-Thermal. They were sitting there. I was like, the Terran brother in arms, and they looked at me. They're like, that's right, the Terran brother in arms that are both going to make it to the round of 8.
Yeah.
And, you know, they kind of gave each other a little fist bump. They're definitely here, you know, as like, we're both 4 in Terran. We both want to go really far. And, you know, U-Thermal has already paved the way. He's done it in his group. Wasn't easy, but he did make it out. For Kelazhur, it's still possible, but it's going to be very difficult when he potentially goes up against Shuai in the next series. But he's not there yet. He has to close out this series first. Will he be able to do it in 2 games? We will find out after the next commercial break.
Welcome back to the Interstream Masters, where it's selfie time.
Where are you in this selfie, Sean?
I wish I was out there.
In the middle?
But to be honest, mate, no. I don't wish I was in the middle or taking a selfie with him, because I'm sitting next to you, Rotterdam, as cute as she is, and she knows it too. Rotterdam, you're my sweetheart here at the Interstream Masters. Hello to everybody in China who's watching this. If you can't, you actually can't hear me, so never mind. Hello anyway. My name's Sean and his name's Kevin. And we're here to bring you some of the best StarCraft action, as we've got 7 players who have made it through to the quarterfinals, and we're in search of 1 final player, Rotterdam, as we're looking to close up Group D and move forward to Championship Sunday tomorrow.
It's either going to be a Chinese player or it's going to be Brazilian. That's what we do know, as you have still been in the previous game, I believe. We're getting ready to hop into our final, well, not our final game, our second game of this series. It's going to be played on Cactus Valley. Diego looks a little bored. Diego, of course, the real name of Kelazhur, or Kelazhur, if you're Artosis.
Artosis has always been one for names. It's just not very good at them.
Just like swimming, he's not very good.
He's not very good at swimming. And the funny thing is it looks like if you throw a dog into water, it's paddling.
Yeah, a little puppy.
The more embarrassing part for Artosis is the puppy knows it's in trouble and is trying to get out. Artosis is having a good time thinking he's swimming like a normal person, but he's not.
Oh, actually, man, it made my morning again. This morning, you know, I was just walking around. I woke up again at 4 a.m. because I've been a little bit jet lagged. But, you know, I was walking around and then I just know, like, I just look at my watch and I know that it's only 2 hours until I can see Artosis take a swim. And that just makes everything so much better. I know I'm going to have an amazing day in China, because it will start off with Artosis half drowning in the middle of the swimming pool with a huge smile on his face. This is amazing.
He enjoys his time just like everybody else here at the Intel Extreme Masters. We have 1 final game here in the elimination match. Kelazhur versus Bistork. I know we keep butchering that guy's name over and over and over, but I'm trying to stay away from Bistork because he's not out yet. Up here to the top right-hand side is the red Terran player playing for Root Gaming. It's none other than Diego Swimmer.
What? Swimmer? Is that his last name?
Yeah, come on, Kev, you know
didn't know.
everything.
I didn't know his last name. I just know his
Rimmer.
first name is Diego.
Yeah.
He's such a cool guy, though. He's a real character. And an extremely good Terran player. He impressed a lot of people during his WCS runs. Over here on the left bottom side of Cactus Valley, we're looking at the most local player of them all. He's based in Hong Kong. It is Bistork.
And his name is Patrick Ho,
That's a pretty cool name, too.
playing for the Miraculous Hawks. That is an awesome name and an awesome t-shirt that he's wearing.
Bald eagle. You can never really go wrong with a bald eagle on your shirt. Or maybe that's just the American in me speaking.
Yeah, that is the American in you. It's got no...
You wouldn't want to wear an eagle. You wouldn't wear a t-shirt with a bald eagle on it. Come on,
No, I would not know. I'd rather wear one with a pigeon on it. Or a duck or something. No bald eagles for me, sorry, mate.
What is a creature that Wills is very proud of?
The whales?
Yeah.
The dragon, I suppose? The Welsh dragon?
You have a lot of experience with those. Now it all makes sense why you hunt so many
Rotterdam.
dragons in your lifetime, Sean.
Rotterdam, you know, I like to think of myself as a calm, collected individual, very sensible, and who's going to be married for the rest of my life eventually. You, though, Sir Dragon Slayer, pipe it down over there. As you have no grounds to stand on sitting next to me.
That's all right, mate. I've seen you on your dungeon quests. There's very few real gamers like you, Sean, who can make their way through a dungeon like you do.
Not quite sure what that means, but gonna take it as a compliment. Cheers, Rotty. I like to think of myself like that as well.
All right, it's commented the first over here on the low ground for Kelazhur. Very economic opening. It's going to follow it up with a 2-Rex that is quite standard. We see a Zealot being produced by Bistork. We'll most likely cancel it and just wipe in the Nexus. If he lets... wow, it's 3-Rex even, man. Kelazhur is playing this very safe now. He should cancel that Zealot.
He should cancel the third barracks, man. Screw it.
No, not the barracks. He should cancel the Zealot.
That's what I thought you were going to say. It's like, oh, he's 3 barracks. You might as well cancel it. You don't need that.
No, 3-Rex is fine. It's very safe, but it's fine.
Why is he playing so safe, Rotty?
Because he probably feels he's the better player going into this series. He probably looked at game number 1 and be like, man, I don't feel my opponent is, parting-ish level. He's no Rain, he's no Classic. So I shouldn't really take any unnecessary risk over here. Let's not die to, something stupid as even a 4-gate. I know that has super fallen out of the meta, but every now and then, with the way or how greedy some Terran players are playing, sometimes you can get a cheeky win with a 4-gate. If they don't pull the SCVs in time, the bunker dies, it's just over like that. So I like the 3-Rex, just very safe approach to this second game. I mean, it's a big match for Diego. He came all the way from America. That's one hell of a journey. Takes like 14 hours, I believe, to get from Northern California to here.
Yeah, Bistork had a nice half an hour bus ride from Hong Kong.
He could have came on his bicycle.
He could have come on his bicycle. Probably would have taken a little bit longer than half an hour, more like 2 hours.
Still,
but he would have arrived still.
It would have been a great ride. Actually, it's a beautiful ride, man.
It would have been an amazing ride.
Over those bridges and stuff.
The mountains. It's very scenic here in China. If you've never Googled China, I suppose.
I was actually, blown away when I arrived here in Hong Kong and when I got picked up by my little ride and they brought me to Shenzhen. I couldn't really believe my eyes. When you drive over those bridges, you see all the tall buildings, beautiful. You see airplanes flying, massive cargo ships. Yet there are beaches with apartment buildings. Just like, oh my God, I didn't know this place existed. This is actually mind-blowing.
It is very beautiful over here, for sure. Builds starting to take place, though, as Kelazhur start to getting closer towards his upgrades, as the first tech lab's been added on to his 3rd barracks that he had built. Whereas on the other side of things, Bistork choosing a little bit of an older build here, Rotterdam. He's got a single gateway expansion, obviously, but he's throwing down the robotics facility immediately after that, followed by a couple of quick gateways coming in.
Yeah, this is actually super safe and macro-oriented so far by our Protoss. It's indeed a little bit weird that he doesn't have a Twilight console yet. Maybe he wants to go up to Colossus before he even starts going up to Blink Stalkers. But other than that, this is all right. He may have been a little bit worried. What did he see, actually? I haven't really been paying attention.
He did see the command center, if I'm not mistaken. And it was at the right time to know that it was a command center first too.
Cool.
And now he has chosen that robotics base, you've said, that is more than likely going to be the follow-up.
Oh, so
Kev?
That is true.
That is true. So I'm asking you, what's the answer?
I guess you can click on the menu button.
Well, I guess you don't play as much StarCraft as you think you do, Rotterdam.
Why? Well, you can click with your mouse and then you can just pause the game.
Click where?
On the top side, there's a menu button.
Do you have the menu up there, Roddy?
Yeah.
You do? Are you sure?
If you watch replays.
I don't know. I don't think you could. I don't think there's a menu to click, Roddy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should start playing more StarCraft and I'd actually know if there's a menu up there, Roddy.
It's a hidden menu, Sean. You unlock it when you're Grandmaster.
Oh. Why didn't you know where it was then, Kat? Like, still comes back full circle to the question.
That took you a little while, Sean. You had great comebacks all day, but this one took you a little while.
Well, sorry I didn't keep up to my average speed of 1 second. I took 2. Okay, so let's get back into this then. Bistork gone up towards the robotics bay. Warp Prism on its way, but as this moment stands, it's Kelazhur who's making the first movement out into the middle map, and he did choose combat shields here with his second tech lab, and it is about to finish.
I mean, the first Colossus is a little bit... Yeah, that kind of hurts.
Stalker instantly in the middle there.
He did make a modesty word this time, right? Yeah, he does. And he even has double photon overcharge. He could drop a time warp as well. I would really like to see him chrono boost your Colossus. He is chrono boosting it. I just feel like it's a little bit late. That's a good scan by Kelazhur. Picks up that observer immediately. I would activate photon overcharge immediately and drop a force field on my ramp.
Well, Kelazhur's not interested in going anywhere right now. He's trying to take these shields down. He sims towards his units. There is no force field available because Guardian Shield was activated, so the first couple of Zealots are going to go down. And there's more, 6 or so more Marines with a Marauder coming.
Oh, God.
And Kelazhur stimming forward. He sees the Colossus, he sims again, and he's going to take that down as well. And just like that, let's add some more ingredients to this one, Roddy. Let's put a pinch of salt in here as Bistork is in trouble.
Yeah, he's definitely in trouble. I don't think he's going to leave just yet, because probes are actually quite okay against Marauders. This is something that they made fun of me for once at Home Surrey Cup, but, you know, it takes a little while for a Marauder to kill probes, but obviously it hurts a lot, losing a Colossus, losing your Sentry, losing your Stalkers. And this is very nice, though. He's doing a little bit of counter-aggression. Kelazhur probably surprised with this. He's like, okay.
He's like, whoa,
Suddenly I got Zealots in my main base. Like, I'm going to be losing workers now. That was still a very, very successful push, though, for Kelazhur.
Yeah, nice movement here with the Marauders. He's going to lose one of them, but he's going to clean up the 3 Zealots nice and easily. Warp Prism is still around, so that is a consideration. A little bit of a mistake there from Kelazhur, lifting up his command centers. Whoopsie daisy, buddy. A lot of SCVs having to go back to work now inside that main base.
He has so many SCVs, by the way. He's on 56 SCVs for a 2-base. No, actually, soon he's 3-base down. Well, no, he just dropped it. Yeah, that's a lot of workers, man. He's been doing nothing other than building SCVs and Marines and Marauders.
Oh, Kelazhur in prime position to move towards this decider match where he'd fight Roddy for his first ever quarter-final finish in a StarCraft 2 tournament. That's a massive opportunity here for Kelazhur, who's been making a massive mark on the StarCraft scene recently. 3 back-to-back-to-back WCS Premier League appearances.
Yeah, and it wasn't just an appearance and then getting 0-2'd. Like, nah, he played a couple of great series in his group. He even took a map off Polt in the season that Polt won, correct?
Yep.
He really made Polt sweat for it.
Yep.
Was able to win his first series back then against TLO. Kelazhur is just a very solid player. I think it's a pickup that Root Gaming is very happy with. Yep. And obviously Root Gaming would love to have at least one player in the quarterfinals. Earlier this weekend we saw Supernova being eliminated rather early and rather quickly as well. Well, his Mac games lasted for a while, so it was something.
It was something, but Kelazhur definitely impressed. Only been on the team for a couple of months now, since March it was. Being a wonderful result if he can get through, but he's still got a while to go yet. Even though he is leading this game against Bistork, it is Shy who waits in the decider match, which will of course be our last best of 3 of the evening before we find our 8 quarter-finalists. Bistork moving forward in the middle. 3 Colossus and a lot of energy on that mothership core. Still on 2 bases though.
Bistork has an observer, or Bistork, on the south side of this map, but I'm not sure if it's going to spot these medevacts. I actually don't think it will. No. But he is repositioning a couple of his units. If he can snipe down one of these medevacts immediately, Stalkers can deal with it. And Kelazhur is scared because he sees Stalkers, doesn't know if they have Blink or not.
Well, Kelazhur setting up across 2 flanks, but there is a Warp Prism I can see on the minimap. Made its way into the main base. Going to drop some more Zealots and warp in some more units.
Bistork's being a little cheeky over here. This is actually very frustrating, especially when so many Bioforces are on the other side of the map. Unfortunately, for our Hong Kong Protoss play, they don't have charge yet, and Zealots without charge are... Well, actually, if Marauders are just derping like that, Zealots, you know, with charge or no charge, they will actually be quite annoying.
9 SCV's going to go down for this, so some decent economic damage here.
Cheeky reactor as well. Now Kelazhur is going to try it as soon as he spotted that a couple of these Stalkers
2
are
big attacks coming in from Kelazhur. Sees all the Stalkers on the natural, going to stim for them. The open base is exposed as well, and just as much as Bistork was dealing damage to Kelazhur, he lands damage back to his opponent, and he's in the mineral line. He's killed 6 probes. He's going for the Nexus, and bringing down this Nexus when he's only on 2 is almost game-ending at this point. A massive move there from Kelazhur. He's still defending back at home, but the Nexus is going to fall, and that's a big pickup for the Brazilian.
Yep, absolutely. And he's actually working on his Colossus as well. I think this is a fight that Bistork should be fine. Bistork cleaned up a lot of bio, though. I think he would love to counterattack. If the Warp Prism was still alive, this would be such an easy call. You just march across the map with your Colossus, and then you park your Colossus in his production line, and you're going to win.
Yeah.
Right now, he can't really do that, because he doesn't have a pylon yet. It's all going to take a while, and Kelazhur is just going to attack your main base or your natural again, and then you just know that the game is over within 2 minutes from now on. So I'm afraid he's going to have to rebuild his main base, or he's pulling the probes. He's going to do it.
Is he? No, Roddy, they're just working their asses off.
That long distance
Double
mining.
time.
They've been working this grave shift.
They have, and a natural response here from Kelazhur. You move out, I move in. That's how this game works. And it plants these units inside the main base, and these Stalkers are not going to do anything to this Bioforce. 3 Zars get warped in, but a little bit too little and a little bit too late. There's Bistork's going to move over with one final ditch attempt to try to salvage this game. But as we know, you can't salvage this. Not too well. He's got 2 Colossus that are going to hallucinate him. To be honest, actually a little bit more Colossus than I expected him to have.
Yeah, I actually think that he could potentially win this fight. I do think that Kelazhur is still in an absolutely phenomenal position, because there is just nothing at home anymore for Bistork. 1 real Colossus will fall immediately. Double time warp goes down and force field.
Yeah, and all the Colossus are gone. There's 1 left at the back, and SCVs are going to scratch at its legs to bring it down, but it is over. That is the last army. It is 34 supply for Bistork. Our player from Hong Kong is eliminated as Kelazhur moves through to the decider match with 1 best of 3 to see if he can make the quarterfinals here at the Intel Extreme Masters.
I would say, though, much better game 2 for Bistork over here than game number 1. Game number 1 was very rough, and the Reaper has 7 probe kills, and your opponent is just so well prepared for your 1 base play. That always stings a little. No, at least I think his opening was fine. He just got a tiny bit unfortunate against that, that massive bio move out. Right when his Colossus popped, he lost all the other units, and that's why he lost the Colossus too, and then he lost 11 probes, and that was pretty much game over. If he would have dropped that force field on the ramp immediately, then I think he would have been in much better position. He would have probably bought time for his Colossus. Maybe he ends up losing a few probes, but losing a handful of workers against 60 Marines and 2 Marauders is not the worst trade in the world for Protoss, but I think Kelazhur just a superior player.
Kelazhur moves through to at least 9th to 12th position now, but just 1 game left to see if he can move through to quarterfinals. But before we go into that match, of course, we have the winner's interview.
Thank you very much, Sean and Roddy, or Apollo and Roddy, I guess, if I'm going to call both of them in one. But thank you for the cast. Of course, we do have Kelazhur joining us. Now, we don't want to keep you too long, because you're not done with the day. You do have 1 more match going forward. But, climbing back in, playing against Bistork, overall, how is this tournament feeling for you? I mean, you had quite a long travel and whatnot getting here.
Well, I haven't been feeling really good. I'm definitely not playing my best today. I've kind of tilted. I even lifted all my CCs in the last game.
Yeah.
But I still think I'm going to beat XY.
Oh, all right.
Have you played Shy a lot in the past, Kelazhur? Because he seemed very good when we were watching him play against Parting. Like, is this someone that you know that you're able to beat, or do you just feel confident overall in your TvT skills?
I've never played XY in the past, but I have to agree with you, he is really good. But I have a couple of things prepared for him.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it is now the last match of the round of 16, so obviously if you're going to pull out any hidden cards, this is the moment. But just overall, I mean, you say, you're not feeling too well, but do you think part of that is just how the matches went, you weren't too happy with yourself, or also are you just trying to, get in the zone and really settling into the environment? Obviously, it's pretty humid here. I mean, all of us are dealing with that. It's not very similar to what almost any of us are used to actually back at home.
Well, yeah, that's a good question, actually. Like, I don't know why I'm playing bad, because I'm actually used to hot weather.
Yeah.
I lived in Brazil,
right,
and
yeah.
it's pretty hot and humid there, but I don't know. I'm just not.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, just the most recent match, obviously you won, so you're going off of a win here at the very least, going into the last match. I mean, Pig, what do you think about going forward? Do you have any questions for our friend Kelazhur here?
I'd love to ask you, Diego, of course. I don't ask too much about your plans for the next match. Got to keep it secret. But for your mindset going into this, you said you tilted a bit before. Have you figured out any sort of mental trick or way of focusing yourself? So maybe if you lose a game here or there, just a way of keeping yourself in the focus. How do you keep yourself motivated?
Oh, I feel it's the same as the last season of WCS when I lost to Leobo, and it was pretty ugly games. But I kind of just closed my eyes, thought about pretty much nothing. entered in a zen state of mind.
Yeah, hey.
And I think that's what I need right now.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, good to hear at least that, you know what you're going, you know what you're up against, you know how to get through it. Good to hear. Of course, congratulations on this win going forward. Now having one more shot to go into the quarterfinals. We look forward to an excellent match against XY Kelazhur. Thank you for spending time here with us before you prepare for the very last match today for that very last spot in the round of 8. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to keep Kelazhur waiting too much longer, and that means we're not going to keep you waiting any longer. Who's going to take that last spot in the round of 8? Who will survive to play one more time tomorrow in Championship Sunday? Find out after this break when we come back.